Hey viewers, welcome back to the channel. Another Warhammer video for you today, showing off painting the Suppressor squad for the Ultramarines. And show you kind of what I did in just like the other videos. These guys really suck to paint for me. I don't know what it was, but they were just really hard. I kept going back over and over them and over them again. Probably because I have very bad lighting. And so I just kept missing spots and screwing up and whatnot. But that's okay. That's part of the process, right? So I wanted to show you the Suppressor squad. This came out of the Space Marine Combat Patrol box, which I purchased. So painting videos for the other stuff of that is going to be on the way. But I figured I'd start with these guys. So color scheme is pretty standard. And I'll put all the colors in the description. But again, trying to match the box art and the website art. And we got Macragge Blue for the blue, Retributor Armor for the gold. You know, Abaddon Black for the black parts, right? All of the silver actually is this is Iron Hands, not Lead Belcher. Reason being is I was really low on Lead Belcher and I tried to buy more, and my local gaming store was out, but they had Iron Hands and it was a little darker, so I figured I'd do that, and I like it. It's not too bad. But that's what I used. I used on quite a few of the models, I think. Actually, no, I take that back. This is lead. I think this is, well, I actually don't remember. It's either Lead Belcher or Iron Hands. Iron Hands is just a little bit darker of a metallic color. So, but that's why I used Corn Red on the Purity Seal, right? Rakarth Flesh for the parchment, right? Just your kind of typical color scheme. A couple little details, I guess. The cable is just Mephiston Red. Same with like the sergeant's helmet. And out here's Mephiston Red. A base of Averland Sunset, and then Uriel Yellow for the caution stripe. You know, for that yellow. Trying to make that a little bit brighter on the for the sergeant. And that is really about it. You know, this squad came with some of the, you know, these little basing, you know, rocks and whatnot, skulls and bolter shells. So, you know, bolter shells are all Retributor Armor. I believe that skull, and I'm doing this, we'll try and do this in frame. That skull is a Screaming Skull. The rocks, what I've done for a lot of this playing around is I think I've settled on just using a Mechanica Standard Gray for the gray, and then a dry brush of Administratum Gray with a Agrax Earthshade, or Agrax Earthshade shade paint, you know, to fill in, make it look weathered, bring in some of the brown tones since it is, you know, rocks and dirt and whatnot. So one thing to keep in mind on these guys, these little flying sticks suck. Like, they really suck. They break all the time. What I tried to do for basing these when I primed them in just with the Macragge Blue spray paint, I took just blue painter's tape and wrapped it around the stem to try to mask it off whenever I sprayed it, and that worked good. But pulling that masking tape off, if you're not very careful, you will crack the thing. Like, you'll break the stem off, right? So I would recommend, I don't know, if you're doing that, you know, it works, but be careful, right? And take your time, or just paint them off the stem somehow, right? And then glue the stem on later. Other little things, so you can kind of see this detail here, and I'm not very good at it, but I've mentioned maybe in previous videos the black line pen, Micron black line pen. I think I have a link to it, and I'll have a link to it in my kind of the stuff I use in the show notes, right, for the video description. That thing works great for stuff like this. You can see for writing the script on the parchment, just some squiggles to do something way easier than actually doing a paintbrush. So I would highly recommend that for doing all the Purity Seal, you know, scroll work, right? You can see it right there too. So that's about it. The suppressors, not much to them on the surface, right? There's just there's more details than you'd think. And it took me a lot longer than it should have, but they're done now, and that's okay. So I hope you all enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.